Recent world conflicts, climate change, and disasters has seen the rise of displaced people. How can we show our support for these people? Through showing kindness, bringing hope, and standing together in solidarity. These are the values that the 2022 ADRA Art Contest is based on. Our themes for this year are Hands of Hope and Bringing Forgotten Children to School. This art competition is a call to be creative and support the foreigners living among us. Hear us, see us, walk with us. Join us as we support some of the world's most vulnerable people on World Refugee Day.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, welcome to this World Refugees Sabbath. It's great to have you with us, and thanks for tuning in. Today with me is Andrea Souza. Hi.
Hello, Vanessa. And with me, it's Vanessa Pizzuto from the UK. How are you, Vanessa?
I'm very well. It's great to be part of this World Refugee Sabbath. Did you know, Andre, that around the world there are about 80 million people who are refugees, who are displaced, who need to leave behind everything to seek refuge. And this is why we have this program today. It's about raising awareness, it's about starting a conversation, but above all, it is about practicing compassion. And one of the ways we do that is through art, isn't it, Andre?
Yeah, it is. An image is worth 1,000 words. The art contest Hear Me, See Me, Walk With Me encourages young people across Europe to use their creativity to learn, understand, and support people forced to flee their country. This art contest is your chance to use your creativity for good cause. Worldwide, as you said, Vanessa, more than 80 million people have fled their home to escape conflict and persecution. This contest has more than 70 drawings from various countries around the world, and I can name a few from Finland, Italy, Poland, Albania, Austria, Ukraine, and even the USA. So, Vanessa, let's give it up now to our first not a first contestant, but our
first guest.
Yeah, our first guest it's the director from ADRA Europe. It's João Martins. I'm not sure if he's here already. Hello. João.
Hi.
How are you, João?
Hi, Vanessa. It's wonderful to be here with both of you, and thank you for being with us and for inviting me here.
Yeah, likewise. So just to give a context to all the people watching us, João is Portuguese, is the director from ADRA Europe. And João, this is it's been a very difficult year for ADRA Europe because it's been the most difficult year refugee-wise since World War II, right? So how it has been the support that ADRA is giving to the refugees within Europe?
Well, ADRA supports the refugees always, and not only in the last year. Of course, in the last 3 months, it was very intensive here in Europe with the crisis in the Ukraine. So we have all been much more aware of what is going on with the refugees. But ADRA is an agency that helps all of those in need, especially the displaced people, those that seek refuge in a safer place, running from natural disasters, environmental crisis, or wars, like it is the case that we are facing now in Europe. And so we are happy to be the feet and the hand of Jesus in supporting the children, the women, and the men that have to face this terrible situation.
Indeed, João. Thanks for your words, kind words. Thank you for your work and every work of ADRA all around Europe and every Europe country. So let's now check a video from a very special country and a very special group of children.
The story of our Christian faith really has its origins in the story of refugees. According to the United Nations, refugees are persons who have fled from persecution, from oppression, and seek refuge or sanctuary in another country that they might be welcome and find peace. The very story of our Saviour, the first Advent, was a story of a refugee. Joseph, of course, being warned by an angel, had to flee his homeland with his wife and baby Jesus and make their way to Egypt. And as I think about that story, can you imagine if it were today what Joseph might have been confronted with when he met Egyptian immigration and said, well, they asked him, why are you here? And he said, well, a supernatural being told me I needed to flee because my family and my child was about to be killed. I'm not sure how people would have reacted or how people would react today. Was he a genuine refugee? Was he genuinely fleeing from persecution, or was he an economic migrant? But the reality was, Jesus had to flee through the protection of his parents. And actually, the story of Jesus being a refugee was something that he never lost throughout his life and in his ministry. For example, in the very final sermon that he preached before his death, he spoke about the necessity of helping those who are in need. In fact, he said, you will actually see me in those who are hungry, those who are naked, those who are imprisoned, those who are in hospitals or sick and need visitation. And so on this Refugee Sabbath, it is really for us to take it as an important part of our ministry and service to reach Jesus in the persons of those who need our help and our friendship. May God bless you as we do our best to offer support to the people who need our friendship.
Hello, my name's Karen Holford and I'm the Family Ministries Director, Children's Ministries Director and Women's Ministries Director for the Trans-European Division. And on World Refugee Day, we'd like to share some ideas with you, how you can help refugees where you are, think about their needs and think about how you can respond to them in your own way. So we have a project for women called Woman to Woman, where you can put money into an account that will go to purchase gift vouchers for the women refugees. That way they can choose what they want. They can get the things they really need, the things that will bring them joy and feel really special again. So go to your Women's Ministries Director, ask her how to connect with these accounts and put what you can into there so we can bless the women who are coming into our countries. And if you're a family, maybe you'd like to have family worship about refugees. Think about what their needs are. Think about the refugees in the Bible. Look at their stories. Or maybe give your child a small suitcase and say, you know, if we left this house today, what would you put in your suitcase to take away? And help them to think about what the refugee children have been able to take from their homes. And maybe your children could think about the toys or the clothes that they could share with them to fill up the spaces in their life that they couldn't bring things from their own country. And finally, here's a prayer idea, because often we don't know what to pray when we're faced with these circumstances. So perhaps you could do this. You could draw around your hand, then cut it out, and then you can write on the hand a prayer to God for the refugees. And then when you've written your prayer, you can give those worries to God, because He's the best person to take care of them and to take care of the people all over the world who are refugees right now. And then you can perhaps fold those fingers of God over that prayer and give them to Him, knowing that He will take care of them. So here's just some ideas for you and your family on this World Refugee Day, so that we don't forget the important plight of refugees and do what we can to help with love. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian and Karen, for those thoughtful messages on this World Refugees Sabbath. Have you ever wondered what would it feel to be a refugee? Imagine that you have to pack your whole life into one suitcase, that you have to leave behind the town where you grew up, your school, your friends, absolutely everything. What comes next is the story of Dima, and I invite you to pay attention.
Был сильнейший страх, который никогда еще так в организме моем не проявлялся. Тело все трусилось, полное непонимание, и вообще казалось, что этого не может быть, что-то мы еще не понимаем, что-то не то.
Сильная паническая атака, меня начало трясти, я пришел в комнату будить свою жену и дочку, и первая мысль была это бежать в бомбоубежище, потому что за окном я уже слышал взрывы. Меня зовут Дима Белый, я живу в городе Буча, Киевская область. Тут же я сдал семью, уже 7 лет, как я женат. У нас есть дочка, 2 года дочке.
Больше 10 лет я занимаюсь с детками, преподавала английский в садиках, в младших классах. И за месяц до войны открыла свой садик.
Свою жизнь я связал с профессией телеоператора. На телеканале «Надия», Hope Channel Ukraine, я работал оператором-постановщиком. Такое служение у меня было.
Буча – классный город для молодых семей. Там очень много было молодых семей, которые строили свою жизнь, дома, квартиры, обустраивались, рожали деток и жили счастливо.
В 6:49 утра мне позвонил мой друг. Он говорит, кажется, все начинается. Я говорю, что? Война.
И в этот же момент мы услышали уже взрывы на улице. Первый раз в жизни начала задыхаться. Я не могла с собой совладать, потому что, ты открытая мишень. Ты не знаешь, куда тебе бежать. Вот здесь взрывы идут.
Я был обескуражен, и мысли о том, чтобы бежать, не было совсем, потому что своя квартира, не было также и возможности, даже если бы мы хотели, потому что оказалось, что в войну у меня была машина не на ходу.
Мы дома дотянули до 7:30 вечера, и потом поняли, что нужно укрываться. И мы побежали без нашего этого рюкзака, даже просто в подвал.
Я взял несколько одеял, укутал дочку, укутал свою жену, а сам просто сидел, так как уже не было возможности где-то лечь.
Там были люди, которые уже в 2014 году прошли одну войну, и они нас как-то хотя бы морально поддерживали.
В этом же подвале было офисное помещение, мы о нем не знали. И под утро, около 4 утра, оттуда вышли люди и увидели, что у нас маленький ребенок. Они нас забрали к себе. Там было тепло, был теплый пол, там были матрасы, нас положили на матрас. И так мы проспали, грубо говоря, до рассвета. Уже на второй день прямо под моим домом была разбитая колонна техники. Там были остатки просто, людей, просто остатки.
Для нас было важно сохранить, насколько это было возможно, психическое стабильное состояние нашей дочери.
8 дней с Божьей помощью мы там провели. Правда, на 3-й день уже у нас не было света, и там стало холодно. Постоянно мы слышали выстрелы артиллерии, постоянно мы слышали автоматные, пулеметные очереди. И мы очень сильно по этому поводу молились, как можно выехать. В один конкретный момент я понял, когда в нашу жизнь вмешался Бог. Когда стало тихо, я попробовал подняться на горку, чтобы словить связь какую-то. Я понимал, что уже вряд ли мы куда-то уедем. Цель моя была звонка просто дать адрес, где мы находимся. Реально я-то думал, что если мы умрем, чтобы хотя бы знали, где найти наши трупы, где нас похоронить.
Мы вовремя смогли связаться с нашими братьями из церкви.
У них осталась машина в Буче, и они дают свою машину для того, чтобы я мог вывезти свою семью. Просто чудом нас пропустили военные, чтобы добраться по городу к этой машине. Там были люди очень сильно паниковали, и я понял, что сейчас мне придется координировать и собирать колонну для выезда из города. В итоге получилось собрать и вывести из-под огня, из этих горячих точек 40 человек.
Мои чувства сейчас очень смешанные, потому что еще даже не полные сутки, как мы в безопасности. Физически сейчас чувствуешь себя плохо и эмоционально тоже, потому что не понимаешь, как себя вести, знаешь, что там остались друзья, которые не выехали, сейчас нету с ними связи, а здесь жизнь может быть и не прежняя, но все равно люди живут, они могут ходить в магазин, спать спокойно, здесь тихо, а там люди гибнут.
Я вообще не знаю, что будет дальше и какое будет мое будущее и будущее моей семьи. Мы лишились всего.
Очень пугает эта неопределенность, безысходность, вот это насильственное смирение. Я пока не могу поверить, что я не вернусь к себе домой, что мой ребенок не увидит свои игрушки, которые куплены с любовью специально для нее.
Конечно, наша семья нуждается сейчас абсолютно во всем, так как я остался без работы, моя супруга осталась без своего бизнеса, который она только начинала.
Все равно есть вера в Бога, которая нас держит на плаву, держит эмоционально, дает нам жизнь, надежду, что у нас будет еще счастливое будущее, что все будет хорошо.
И мы верим, что Бог нас не оставит.
It is indeed time to give hope. Hope that can come from many ways, through many ways as well. They can be through music, they can be through acts, they can be through art. And that's why I'm now introducing, and let me see if I can say her name properly, Maya Ahax, the head of advocacy from ADRA Europe. Hello, Maya.
Yes, you did. You did. Thank you. Thank you. And you did say the name properly. It's very rare that people say my name properly.
Perfect. I'm
Thank you.
Portuguese. Portuguese people can do any type of accent. So, Maya, 2 questions for you. How did this idea came to life? And what was the objective behind it?
We talked about what can we do about refugees and to bring more awareness about it. We are celebrating the Refugees Sabbath for a number of years, and we prepared materials. We showed it in the church, but this was only a passive activity. So we wanted to do something more engaging, something that people can relate to refugees, maybe to put themselves in the shoes of refugees. So this is how the idea was born. And and every year we also decided that we will do maybe a different topic. And then this year we realized that this topic is really, really important because of the Ukrainian refugees. And also, every image is worth more than 1,000 words. And Adventist Church and ADRA Europe, we organized the art contest. And we gave it the name Hear Me, See Me, Walk With Me. And aim of the art contest is to encourage young people to use the creativity to learn, understand, and support people forced to flee the country. And we call the people who are on the move refugees. And refugees are people who flee the war, violence, conflict, persecution, and they cross the international border to find safety in another country. And they often flee with very little, nothing more than clothes on their back. They leave behind homes, jobs, and security, and many, many friends and loved ones. And the journeys that they go through are very difficult. They are in danger. They are persecuted. They are not welcomed. And many people feel alone and isolated. And this year, as we organized the art contest, we put together 2 themes. One of the themes is about Ukraine response and all this crisis that is going on in Europe right now. And we called the first theme Hands of Hope. Because when war broke out in Ukraine, humanitarian crisis erupted, huge one. There has not been an exodus as fast as this one since the World War I, too. And mainly women and children are forced to leave their homes and families, and they depend on the mercy and goodwill of others. Thousands of people mobilized, and volunteers are here to help and spread love. The second theme is bringing forgotten children to school. Did you know that due to the climate change, the number of natural disasters globally increases every year, and millions of people flee their homes? Children are particularly affected by environmental and other disasters like wars in Yemen, in Syria, Afghanistan. About half of the refugee population in the world are under 18 years, and refugee children are 5 times more likely not to attend school than the children who live in the countries. So today, millions of refugee children are out of school, and this is why we created this art contest to talk about this.
Great. So let's head already to the slideshow so we can see the drawings that were in the contest.
Those images, those paintings were so evocative and so beautiful. I am absolutely grateful to all the children who participated. And we are soon going to say who the winners are. But before that, I want to have a short conversation with Paolo Macedo. He is the communication director for the Inter-European Division. Paolo Macedo, hi and welcome. Great to have you with us.
Hi, thank you, Vanessa. It's very, very nice to see you. And allow me to congratulate all the team at ADRA, João, Maya, everybody. And I am very impressed and emotional even because of the images that you just saw. It's amazing.
Absolutely. It's so moving, so powerfully evocative. And this is a question I wanted to ask you, Paolo, because some people would be thinking this is such a difficult, such a sensitive topic to talk about with children, to talk about war and refugees. And yet, through this campaign, we are actually inviting children to draw pictures of hope. So why do you think this is a good idea? Why do you think it's important to involve children in this conversation?
Well, art is universal, and it's amazing how children can express themselves without words, but we can feel that they know. It's impressive because nowadays we know that children are quite aware of what's going on around them, and especially during this war and the refugee crisis that we are facing, they know what's happening, and I think this is they feeling. Many of them are feeling in their own families, in their own lives, what's happening. So. Watching these arts that we just saw, the drawings, all the works that has been done, it really feels like a sense of hope that the as they are feeling what's happening, they can build a better future also. So I think it's very impressive that we have this opportunity to hear from them. And for me, having this art contest that we are having right now, and in the name of EUD, I think it's amazing the work that these participants have done, and that art is at the same time as them. And I have to thank you and all the team for the communication of this program from the Portugal Communication Department also, because you are bringing to so many people these amazing features, and I'm looking forward to hear from the participants and to know the winners and to hear the families, to hear their stories, because each drawing has a story behind, and we need to know the story of people.
Yes, I really want to take that comment that you made and repeat it. It's about hearing the voices of children through these images. I feel as if almost we're giving them the opportunity to voice something that is already there. And through art is a way they can communicate it. And so I think it's fantastic that we're giving them an opportunity to take something that is quite difficult and voice it through hope, through art. What do you think is the goal, the main aim for you? What is the one thing you want children to learn through this process?
Well, do you really think that we are teaching them, or we are being
we
taught
learning
by
from them, right?
Yes, that's it. We are being taught. We are learning, because the most important thing is to give a good ground for their own expression. And I think that children expressing their goodwill, the good motives that they have to be in touch with each other, and that is very important. At the same time, this was an opportunity for each one of them to be informed. And at least they know that there are people, there are organizations that, like ADRA, like each one of us, that tries to help the people that are in despair right now. And I think that this is a way that we have to say people in despair, people suffering are not alone. And I think it's very good for them to feel also that.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Paulo.
All the
Great to
best for
hear.
you, Vanessa. Thank you
Great
so
to hear
much.
from you. And the time has come to announce the art competition winners. We're all winners, and we just are really grateful to every single participant. We are moved and we are impressed by the work that you have done, but we do have some winners, don't we, Andre?
Yes, we have, Vanessa, and let's cut to the chase. Do you want to start off with the first one?
Sure, absolutely. Our first winner in the category of 5 to 9 years old is Eden. Hi. Look at this. Look at this. And the title of this piece is The Flower of Freedom, with 122 votes. I love the idea of freedom and peace blooming. I think that's fantastic. Hi, Eden. I can see you there. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
It's
So,
lovely to
Eden,
have you with us.
Yes.
what was your inspiration behind this drawing? Can you tell us a bit?
Yes. So we're seeds, and if we believe in God, then we will grow into a beautiful flower. But sometimes we don't always believe in God. So if we won't believe in God, then we will just stay into a small seed. So we should always believe in God.
Thank you, Eden. for your
Thank
lovely
you.
words and for your lovely drawing as well.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for taking part. Do you want to
Okay.
announce the next
Okay.
winner?
The next winner. So on the 10 to 14 years, we have 2 winners right now.
Thank you.
So the first one will be Ian Kim from the United States of America with the name The Seeds of the Future with 143 votes. And
My
this
goodness.
drawing is
Look at this.
amazing.
Oh my
Hello,
goodness,
Ian.
yes,
How
I
are
love
you?
it. I love it. Hi, Ian. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Tell us what inspired you to draw this, and what technique is this? Did you use watercolors? How did you make this?
I used acrylic paint.
Acrylic paint. That's fun. Do you often paint with acrylics?
Yeah, I've made a lot of artworks before with acrylic paint.
I believe that. I believe it 100%. It's
Yes,
fantastic.
me too.
Do tell us what inspired you. What's the idea behind your drawing, Ian?
When I first heard of this program, I was inspired by the motive of the program, like what the program was running for. And I read about how the contest was meant to express hope for the children who has lost it. And throughout my life, I've always wanted to help others in need. And when I found out about this program, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to express my hope for the others.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to express my art skills and show others that there's always hope.
Oh, beautiful. You've done a great job, Ian. And I want to tell you 2 things I love about your picture. I love the fact that the hands have different colors, and I love that the seeds have different colors. I love the diversity there. Thank you so much for your work. It's
Thanks,
an
Ian.
honor. And as you said, we had 2 winners in the 10 to 14 years old category. And the second winner in this category is Yin Jim from the Netherlands. Her drawing is titled Power and Peace, and she had 910 votes. I love this one.
Yes.
I love the power, the symbol of power with the elephant there. I absolutely love this one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we have a recorded message from Ying Jim that we want to share with you.
Let's hear it.
I'm so excited that I received the first award from the ADRA art contest. From the very earliest moments, I dreamed that my painting would inspire others to have the power to make peace with other countries, people, and nature, especially at this tough age, with so many challenges, like war, pandemic, and climate change. Young as I am, I can do my part to contribute to the great mission with my brushes and imagination. Together, with the power of art, we can make our future brighter and have a much better world with harmony and peace as a global community. On top of that, I would like to thank my art teacher, parents, and sister for constantly encouraging me to learn painting, which really helped me express my dream in a colorful way.
Wow, that was a beautiful message. And I love the idea of
Yes.
the power of art, bringing about hope and using, she said, as young as I am, I can use what I have, the talents that I have to bring about peace and to share a message. That was fantastic.
Yes, it was. All of these drawings are giving me the inspiration to quit drawing. So
Oh no! Next time we want to see one of your drawings too.
no,
Come
you
on.
really
No,
don't want
we
to see
don't.
them. No.
Tell me who
The
is
world
the
doesn't need my art yet.
Oh, I'm not sure. Who's the winner in the next? Oh, we have 2 winners in the next category as well.
Yeah.
don't
Let's
we?
go first to Paloma Zenami from Albania. And the title is War Cannot Be Humanized, It Can Only Be Abolished. And it had 942 votes. Hello, Paloma. How are you? Hello, can you hear us? Let's wait a bit.
Paloma, make sure your microphone is on.
Yes. We can't hear you yet.
No.
Some technical issues.
So while she works on
see.
that, I just think this is such a powerful piece. I love the details. is very evocative. It really is, and she must be again
very
someone
strong.
someone who's done a lot of drawing before as well, because the quality of the work that we are viewing today is really impressive. Paloma, did you manage to connect it? No, we still cannot hear you. Oh, shall we get back to her in a few minutes, Andre? Maybe.
Maybe we can go, but I think we need to still present the last
Yes.
drawing.
Paloma,
Yeah?
if you wait there, we'll try to get back to
Yeah,
you in a few
let's try.
seconds after we introduce the last winner for the 15 to 18 years old category is Angela, and she comes from Albania. And the title of her piece is Hope Dies Last, with 378 votes. Look at that. Isn't that amazing,
That's
impressive
beautiful.
work?
Yes, but I think it's Angela had some connecting issues as well, and she is not able to be with us right now.
Okay, that's all right.
So, yeah, no problem. The older ones are having issues with the technology, and the younger ones didn't have any problem at all.
The newer generations, huh?
Yeah.
Can we try Paloma one more time, just in case she managed to fix the sound problems? Paloma, are you there by any chance?
Hear me now?
Let's see. Yes, I think we can hear you. Hi.
Okay, hi.
Hello, Paloma.
Hi.
Do tell us a bit about your work.
Okay, so I'm Paloma and I'm 18 years old. And this picture represents the woman and the power she has. It represents the resistance it makes to the enemy and his attacks.
Wow. Paloma, it's an impressive piece. Do you draw often? You seem to be very skillful.
Yes, I really like to draw, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks to you. We're so honored to see this amazing work from all of you. Thank you so much for taking part,
It is
Paloma.
an honor to be here and to be a part of this competition.
Thank you very much. Yes, is Angela there by any chance? Otherwise, we'll move to the next item. Is she there? I don't think so. Well, Angela, thank you so much for your piece as well. Hope Dies Last. Absolutely amazing, the work that we are seeing today.
My name is Karnik Dukmetsian. I'm the General Counsel of the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. My parents were refugees in Greece, having come from Turkey during the time of the genocide. And we were refugees in Greece until I was 8 or 9 years old when we left to come to Canada. It was in Canada that we finally had citizenship and could call a place home rather than be refugees. We were the same as every other individual in the country, except we had no status. We were refugees. So I know my father had a business and he ran a business, had been there for many, many years, but as a refugee, he had no status officially as a citizen of the country, even though he'd been there for many years. It's not a choice to be a refugee. It's something that occurs because of the political situation in the country, or because of war that is going on, or because of the financial situation that exists in that country. And people leave because they're forced to, because of war, or for a better life for their families. No, there are opportunities for improvement of one's life depending on where they end up. Not all countries are welcoming of refugees, but those that are, they provide for individuals to be able to improve their lot in life, and are welcomed into the country with financial assistance and housing in order for them to improve their status. Well, people often look at themselves as refugees and feel there is no hope. But eventually life turns around. Your children end up becoming better educated, or even educated. I was the first in my family to go to college. And because of that, people are able to improve their lot in life and overcome the stigma of being a refugee in a country. it helps me understand what they're going through, and it also helps me to provide assistance for them in any way that I can. Here in the greater Washington area, we've had recently an influx of refugees from the Middle East, from Syria and Iraq. And I know my wife and I have assisted those families with furniture, clothes, food to help them adjust to this new life that they're facing in this country. Refugees are struggling because of everything that they've gone through in their situation, and being new in a country with no language abilities, no wealth, to start a new life. We do need to provide for them and assist them so they can get their feet planted on the ground and develop their new life in the country.
It was such a beautiful message and such a beautiful song, Vanessa. Do you know who you have here right now?
No, tell me, who are we going to hear or talk to right now?
It's Angela. Angela finally figured out his technical issues, and let's
Hey,
hear. Hello,
Angela!
Angela. How are you?
Angela from Albania, you had 378 votes. Tell us about your piece, Hope Dies Last. Oh, we cannot hear you at the moment, Angela.
Are you on mute? Can you unmute the microphone? You need to turn on your microphone. I think it's on mute.
Hello, can you all hear me
Hi.
now?
Yeah,
Yes.
perfect.
Hi, Angela.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good, and very good to see you and to have you with us. Tell us about what
Very
inspired
pleasure to
you.
meet you all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So this is a very powerful image, Angela. Tell us what inspired you to draw this, to paint this.
So we had a topic in our school that we had a drawing, something to do to represent our school, and wanted to copy some from the internet. And I was like, all we wanted something that to feel inspired, and not everything is destroying or something like that. And we wanted hope, because after a storm always will come out a sun after all.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we wanted to share that. We want to share that after this all tragic that is happening, it will have a hope for us.
That's a beautiful message, Angela, and I believe in that. I believe there is hope. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I love the colors. I love the colors. It seems almost like there is sun coming through the clouds at the back. I love that. I love the feeling of hope coming through, even through the clouds and even in the middle of a tragedy. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you,
for
Angela.
being part. Thank you for your beautiful piece, and congratulations on being one of the winners. It's been, wow, quite a journey today. We covered so much territory. We saw some amazing drawings from children all over the world sharing a message of hope. I am impressed. I am amazed by their creativity, their resilience. And once again, thank you to everyone who took part. As we come to an end, as we wrap up today's program, we have one last guest. It's David Neal. David Neal is the Media and Communication Director for the Trans-European Division. David, welcome. Great to have you with us.
Thank you, Vanessa. A privilege to be here.
Thank you. David, I wonder, as we come to an end, after all that we have seen, all the hope from the children as well, if you could share with us some thoughts on hope, and as well a prayer to close our program.
Indeed. All I know, Vanessa, as a result of what I've seen and heard tonight, is that in the 21st century, the primary global demographic is that more people will be on the move than ever before. Not because they want to, but because they have to. Not by choice, but through desperation. And they could be moving from their countries for political reasons, economic reasons, famine, or as we know, war. And of course, they're not just leaving their countries, they're leaving their homes, and they have to leave their families. And a few weeks ago, when I was in one of the countries in Europe, I met some refugees. And not only did they bring their mums and dads and children, they even brought their pets.
Yeah.
And that just showed to me the humanity.
Yeah.
The humanity
absolutely
involved in this story.
Yeah.
I'm, and this is not an exaggeration, not just dogs and cats, but even in one stage, at one place, a tortoise.
Of course, you're not going to leave it behind.
And of course,
But
the
it's
tortoise
sweet.
brings his house with him.
Yeah.
On his back.
Yeah.
That was just a symbol. Just
Beautiful.
a symbol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of what's happening.
Yeah.
And so I want to lead us into prayer just for a few moments. And this evening, Lord, we have been prompted, Father God, by your Spirit to be challenged today and every day by that ancient question that was put provocatively to your Son, Jesus Christ. The question, and who is my neighbor? And today in these times, we are reminded of the question that is asked of us by our fellow humanity, our displaced human friends. When I needed a neighbor, were you there? When I was hungry and thirsty, were you there? When I was cold, when I was naked, were you there? When I needed a shelter, were you there? And so as the numbers of people on planet Earth asking that question increases day by day, we pray, Almighty and merciful God, whose Son became a refugee and had no place to call his own, look with mercy on those who today are fleeing from danger, homeless and hungry. Bless those who work to bring with them relief. Inspire generosity and compassion in all our hearts, and guide the national and world leaders to lead with compassion, integrity, and justice. And Lord, with your help us to listen, to see, and to walk in the steps of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Oh, David, thank you so much for that thoughtful and heartfelt prayer. I appreciate it. And may we all pray like that and act like that as well. Thank you so much. It has been a beautiful program, and it's been a privilege to share it with you, Andre, and with all our viewers as well.
It was indeed. So it was a really nice hour that we spent together, that all the art we saw, all the music we heard, and all the messages and words that we heard as well. It was a privilege to be with you, Vanessa, to get to know you. You are supernatural doing this.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
It was very nice. So you can level up and balance this, since it's the first time I'm doing this.
You did really well. You did really well.
It was a pleasure and an honor. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that for all our viewers today, this is not the end. It might be the end of this program, but it is the beginning of your journey of compassion. So I want to invite every single viewer to think, what can I do now with the information I have received? This is a journey of compassion. So if you can draw. If you can sing. If you can donate. If you can volunteer. I want to invite you to find your local ADRA office. Call them, say, I want to help. I want to be there. I want to be involved serving refugees in my community. So this is the invitation, and this is the challenge. This is not the end, but the beginning. Thank you so much to every single child who sent a beautiful drawing. Thank you to everybody who took part in this program and made it possible. It's been a privilege. And thank you so much to you as well, Andre.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Thank you. See you later, guys.